Hello, people. I'm just getting some stuff set up. Decided to do a live stream, impromptu kind of thing. Oh, hey, what's up, Joanne? Kia, my friend from way over there. What's up, Finland? Sophia, hey, what's up? Yeah, I was doing some work today, and I was listening to a lot of music um, for eBay, grading eBay records and tapes and CDs and stuff. But I decided I wanted to just stop working for a while and come here and say hello to everybody. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up? So yeah, nothing really planned to talk about. I was just gonna say we could chat about music if you want to. Let me see here. Let me get all caught up on the chat. Let me get everything set up correctly. I got it on live chat. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm good now. Mayo, have I seen you here before? I don't think so. Welcome, 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 welcome. Now, if you see back here on the bed, I have a couple of things there in case we need them. You know what I mean? Just in case we need them. Just in case we need to make noise with these things. Okay. Let me ask you: the chat's over here, right? Right over here. Chat's over here. Is that right? Okay, I think so. I think we got that all set up. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? Let me see. I said hello to everybody. Yeah, I said hello to everybody so far. Other way. Oh, it's the other way. Wait, wait. So I got it backwards today. You kidding? So I need to be over here. I need to be over here. Is the chat over there? Okay, let me tell you. Tell me this. Is the chat is over the boombox, isn't it? Christ. Okay, hold on. So I need to get my ass over here. We can do that. We can do that. Just gotta tweak some things around here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me get this moved here. All right. I think we can do this. I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Is that right now? I'm on the right side of the screen now, right? I'll get this figured out one day. No, I won't. Okay, so. My Finland friend. Um, so, am I on the right side of the screen now? Correct side of the screen? The chat's over the boom box, right? Right? Hey, everybody, welcome. We're just going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I have nothing planned really. Just wanted to stop what I was doing for a while and do this for a while. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's staying busy. There was no chat over the boombox. Is the chat over my face now? Oh, if you're watching on a phone, the chat will be over the boombox, I believe. Right? If you're watching on a phone. The chat is over me right now. Okay, so I need to switch sides. God. Oh, wait a second. Let me make sure. I mean, there's no chat at all. Yeah, no, I think you have to be watching on a phone for the chat because if I'm watching on my laptop, the chat is completely not over the image at all. You know what I mean? Um, hey, what's up, James? Korg delay monotron. Oh, yeah, this thing. Yeah, this is something Mark Mothersbaugh gave me a long time ago, and we're gonna make noise with that at some point. I'm hoping. Okay, yeah. So Sophia, when you say yeah, is the chat still over me? Do I need to switch sides? Jiminy crickets. I wish this wasn't so difficult for me to figure out. I could have swore, because see on my phone, the chat is going over the boombox. Why is my, oh, because my phone's shooting video, so it's probably backwards. So I need to switch back to the other side, right? Okay. All right, I'm switching back. Switching back, people. Oh. Uh-oh, I think I just moved the whole shebang. Hold on. Oh. Okay, there we go. There we go. Whoa, everything just fell over almost. It's kind of a trick to get this set up so I can see the chat properly. Okay, now I think I'm right. Now I think we got it right. Okay. How many pairs of pants do you own? I'll go get a rough count. Give me a second. Okay. I'm gonna say 50. I'm gonna say at least 50. But how many of those do I wear? 10 at the most. You know, I just reorganized this crazy closet over here during the lockdown isolation stuff, and I found a lot of pants that I forgot I had that are new from back in 2005, 2007, something like that. So we'll start wearing those. Joseph, hey, how are you? Okay, so let's see what we got in here. Good. All right, so yeah, so tell me what you guys have been doing with your time. You know, I'm curious how everybody's spending their time. I've been trying to be as productive as possible with my time. I haven't gotten to the point yet where I'm just staring at a screen because I'm so bored. I have plenty to do. It's just that I try to work on something for a little while, a couple hours, and then try to work on something else. So I don't get burned out on one thing, you know? So I'm switching around a bunch. And I realized today that I haven't done a live stream in about a week. So playing video games, eating junk food. Yeah, the junk food thing, I'm really trying to keep a handle on, but yeah, I have some snacks every now and then. Play instruments, watch YouTube. Yeah. If I could play an instrument, I probably would. If I owned any instruments. This is about as far as I go with instruments right now. These two things. These are my instruments. And we'll get to those later. Make some noise for you guys. Been chatting with some friends online, making music. That's great. Well, if you guys have links to your music, you feel free to drop them in the chat. I think it'll let you do that. I'm not quite sure, but feel free to drop, one link, I guess, for each person. If you want to just drop a link to your music, when I go back and read the chat later after the video thing is over, then I'll check it out, and other people can check it out as well. Possible, right? It's possible. I hope the pants to shirt ratio is sufficient. Oh no, I got way more shirts. I have hundreds and hundreds, I'm guessing. Multiple hundreds of shirts I probably have. And you know, those over there all stacked up. Those are the ones I kind of pick from to wear. And I probably wear 30% of those. You know what I mean? Yeah, when you're in the business of making shirts and when you're also addicted to buying concert shirts, got a lot of shirts. But you know, if you haven't seen the video I made of the shirts recently, I uploaded some video of the shirts and a kind of a scanning through of all the shirts. Go check it out. Playing guitar. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, you've been doing some great video work on YouTube. Hold on a second. Pardon me, everybody. Gotta grab my water. Yeah, so you've been making some great stuff on YouTube. Black turtleneck was on point. What else we got in here? Hey everybody, let me remind you, if you're in here watching, if you could please hit the little thumbs up thing. I got about a dozen people watching, and I would love to see more thumbs ups because that helps. Whatever YouTube algorithm something thing happens, I don't know, but it helps. It helps. Um, yeah, Sophia, of course. Yeah, Sophia's been doing some great stuff on her channel. She recently uploaded a video of her learning a Devo song, which it was a really great uh, effort on her part. It was amazing. She looks great. Right. So, yeah, so music seems to be really important to people, especially now during this lockdown. Everybody's trapped inside with their kids or their pets or whatever, and they're really getting into music. They're wanting to beef up their record collections, their CD collections, which is working kind of good for me on Spotify link. Okay, were you able to post it, Mayo? I don't know if you can post links in there. I think you can, but I hope you have no problem with that. Yeah, so music seems to be on everybody's mind, and lots of people are listening to a lot of music right now. Lots of people are listening to music old school, like sitting with a record and looking at the album cover the whole time they listen to the album, which is what I used to do when I was a kid all the time. You would listen to side one all the way through while looking at the record, flipping it over and around and looking at the insert, and then you'd play side two, looking at the record, reading the lyrics, and people are getting into that again. And so that works well with my eBay business in that a lot of people are buying music, but this thing being locked down, man, it affects my being able to go out and buy things to resell. So now I'm looking around here, trying to find things to resell, and it's a little more difficult than being able to go out and get new stuff. So we're working through it though. Hey, thanks everybody for upping those thumbs, upping the thumbs, yo. They disappear. That reminds me of a Faint song, Joseph. A song by the Faint. I Disappear. Are you familiar? Jeb, did I have something to do with the Devo vinyl box set? No, no, that was a Warner Brothers Rhino thing, I think. They didn't really run anything by us. They just did the design of that box set, the red box set, right? That's the one you're talking about. That kind of is inspired by a CD box set that came out in Japan years and years ago. So they kind of just riffed on that design idea. Getting around to listen to a lot of albums for the first time. Yeah, I've been going through my records kind of for two reasons. I started with the ABC section of my vinyl collection. I'm flipping through and I find something every now and then that I haven't heard in a long time. Because usually I only play vinyl when people are over. It's kind of a more social thing. But nowadays, when I'm in lockdown here, I just go through the sections and I pull out stuff that I haven't heard in a while. And I also am kind of keeping the eye open for stuff in my collection that I know is probably worth something, but that I don't really care about. So I'm waiting to find little things that I could sell on eBay here and there. Just recently bought the box set. Yeah. I've been getting around listening to albums. Yep, copy and paste the link in your browser. You might have to copy and paste the link into your browser. Oh, wait, did you actually post a link, Mayo? I didn't see it, sorry. I'm scrolling up here just to try to find it. Maybe it's blocking it for some reason. I'm not seeing a link. Doesn't mean I'm not blind. Oh, Jeb, you posted you just bought the box set or you posted a link? I don't know what people are talking about. I lose track so easily. Hey, we're up to 7 thumbs. Thanks for the thumbs, guys. So yeah, here we are. I'm in the house. The cats are fairly lazy and antisocial right now. Meowser is over there licking her stomach way too much. Meowser, it's clean enough. Stop it. She has a tendency to lick there a little too much. Ever since she was a kitten. Hey, Meowser, stop it. Stop it. So let me ask you. Okay, everybody. Back when you could buy records and tapes and CDs in stores, remember all that time ago? Back then. What's the last thing you bought in a store? Physical media, music. That's what I'm interested in. I'm trying to figure out, remember the last thing I bought. I think the last thing I bought in a store was a gift from my friend Tim Nolan. It was a Kiss album, the Kiss Love Gun album, and it was for his birthday. We grew up on Kiss. We always talked about Kiss. We still love Kiss. And he has always wanted the Love Gun album with the paper Love Gun promo thing inside it, and he never had that for some reason. So I finally found him a copy at the local Poorhouse Records here in Raleigh. Great record store. So that's the last thing I bought at a store. Flash Gordon. Oh, the tubes. Yeah, cool. I don't know if I've ever heard that whole Tubes record, Remote Control. I need to hear that sometime. Flash Gordon. I bought Devo Greatest Hits 1997 CD. Oh, I know that one. It's the green cover with just the text on it, right? Second copy of New Traditionalists. Is that on record or CD? Okay. Soundgarden, Bad Motor Finger, right? Okay, that was the last in-store purchase. All right, a few Blur CDs, Curiosity Killed the Cat. I've heard of that band name, but I don't know what they sound like. Yeah, the green one. Yeah. I remember when that came out. I was so disappointed with that cover. I was like, God, I mean, Devo is such a graphic band, and to have that as the cover was just like, oh man. I have that on cassette as well. Trying to see if I can see it from a distance here. No, I'm not seeing it. Oh, wait, I'm going to get it. Hold on. I don't want to miss the chat. Hold on. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, here it is. This is the one you're talking about. But this is the cassette version, but that's the one. And I just thought that cover is just too plain. I mean, for Devo. Let's see the chat here. Telecide is the best song on Remote Control. Oh, man. You'll have to check that out. Velvet Underground and Jimi Hendrix Experience on vinyl and CDs by Yes, all right. Ciba Mato, right. Garbage. I've seen all those bands in concert. I have some Ciba Mato and some Yes. I don't know if I own any Garbage. I have this one Jimi Hendrix thing. I mean, I like Jimi Hendrix. I'm not a huge fan or collector or anything, but I have this one particular record where it's a bootleg of a live concert. I can't remember what year or whatever, but I guess Jimi Hendrix was at this club somewhere. I want to say it was New York maybe, and his friend Jim Morrison of the Doors was there, and I guess Jim Morrison was fairly wasted. And he got up on stage to do a song with Hendrix, and instead of singing the song, he just starts making these guttural noises and shouting obscenities, and I'm not even going to repeat what he shouted, but it's a fairly popular bootleg, Jimi Hendrix, and I think it's been made in several versions, but it's the worst. Like, Jim Morrison ruins that whole show. Well, he kind of makes it funny for me, but he really ruins the show with his, it's almost like a drunk frat boy kind of thing going on. I don't know. I never really liked the Doors. Judas Priest, Nostradamus, I've never heard that record either. Bikini Kill. Wow, Sophia is buying up some music. How long ago did you buy all that stuff, Sophia? That's great. I remember I used to buy piles of music like that. Me and my friends would go to a record CD music show, kind of a big warehouse thing that would happen once a year or whatever. And we'd drive an hour and a half to go to this thing in Greensboro, North Carolina. And we'd save up our money and we'd go there and just, we'd walk out with stacks of stuff. Great times. Hey, Rope Snake, what's happening? Thanks for showing up. Yeah, so we're just talking about nothing. We're just talking about music. We're just hanging out. Being a little social here in the pandemic age. So yeah, thanks for coming. This is just something I had to do because I was restless. I was staring at a screen working too much, and I needed to stare at a screen and socialize a little more. That was early last month, I think, at this big record place an hour away that we go to every so often. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's fun. That's a fun excursion when you go to a record store that you don't go to a lot, but you know there's going to be good stuff there, and you're kind of prepared to like buy a bunch of stuff. I hardly ever buy music these days, unless it's at a thrift store or something very cheap. I don't ever buy anything online. I hardly ever buy anything new. I'm trying to keep myself from buying the new Missing Persons record. I don't know if you guys have heard, Missing Persons, basically Dale Bozzio and some other people. I don't remember who she has in her band right now, but Dale Bozzio put out a new record under the name Missing Persons, and I believe it's mostly cover songs. I think there's maybe 3 new originals, but she does some cool covers. I haven't heard them, but just by the titles, they're pretty cool. And so that's on Cleopatra Records. That was just a few days ago when she released it. So I'm trying to not buy that. I'm also trying not to buy a Devo bootleg on eBay. I have, one version of the bootleg, and there's a different cover variation of the same bootleg, and I have to get it for complete reasons, but I'm trying not to buy stuff like that right now because, the situation with income dropping for freelancers and all this stuff going on is just making me say that I don't need to buy that stuff. Hey, Andrew. Hey, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We're talking about music and shooting the stuff. Wait, so I have those 2 CDs. Yeah. I got all those, of course, back when they came out. And some people say they're not mastered correctly, or are those the ones that are mastered correctly? I think people say that those aren't mastered very good, or I just heard the music that I recognized and bumped it up. New Missing Persons record, John. Thanks for coming, by the way. New Missing Persons record just came out last month, the 20th or something, I think, on Cleopatra Records. It's called, I can't remember. It's a 1-word title, I believe. I can't remember, but it looks great. It looks, it's got the old style Missing Persons logo, and it's basically a covers record with 3 new originals, I believe. But I'm dying to get it. So that's one thing I'm trying not to buy. The Devo bootleg is another thing I'm trying not to buy. And there's a couple of Dickies things I'm trying not to buy. There was this singles compilation. I think it's a 2 CD set that came out in England fairly recently over the last few months, year. And I've been just trying not to buy this stuff, But I did buy something recently to help a friend of mine's band. He's in a band called Sator, Sator, from Sweden, Sator. And I've been listening to them since the 80s. And of course, their whole tour got shut down. And so they've been trying to push some merch to make up for a lost income. And so I bought like a $10 CD from them just to help out a little bit. But yeah, I can't really buy stuff new anymore. Dale Bozzio is a name I remember. Yeah, of course. I think, Rope Snake, I think everybody thinks the Infinite Zero Devo reissues are the best mastering. That's what I've heard. But again, me, I can't really tell the difference. I don't really listen on headphones anymore like I used to when I was a kid, but I listen to it in a room. My music, I listen to it in a room or in the car. I really don't listen to it in headphones. So, best CD Devo releases, in my opinion, are the Infinite Zero releases. Okay, well, that's what most people say, and I know you guys are all about the details, so I will not argue that. Hey, thanks again for making the likes go up. There's 15 people in here, I think. If you're watching and you want to help me out a little bit, just hit the thumbs up. It helps my YouTube algorithm or some kind of stuff, do things positively for this channel. So I'm really having fun with this channel, and I just, figured out recently that you're not able to live stream on your channel until you get 1,000 subscribers. I think that's how it works, which I didn't know that when I first started streaming. I just thought I had never discovered the fact that I could stream. I never figured out that I could do it, but no, it was because I had reached 1,000. That's why I was able to live stream. Because there's a lot of friends of mine who have, there's a handful of friends of mine who have YouTube channels, and I would love for them to be able to live stream, but I do think you have to have 1,000 subs. There are noticeable things between the releases. New CD releases of GD Now have tape dropouts, and some of the, my Finnish friend here. My Finnish friend is all about those details, man. He knows. He knows where there's tape dropouts and stuff. That's great. I could never listen to music like that. It would drive me crazy. I wonder if the tape dropouts are present in the original Japanese pressing of Duty Now. I don't know. I think it would even be hard for my frantic, short attention span mind to even pay attention enough to, to listen for those artifacts or those discrepancies in the music. I don't even know if I could pay attention long enough to do that. So there you have it. Let's see. I'll need to re-listen to my Japanese Duty Now. Yes, you will, Rogue Snake. It's your duty now to listen to Duty Now again. Only 998 more followers to go for me. Brad, you'll get there, brother. You'll get there. You'll get there. I know I helped you out with that one sub at least. You know, I subbed you up. Who? I wonder who subbed you up. Me and who? Maybe Tim? Probably Tim. Yeah, Tim was supposed to be here today, but he told me to reach out to him about 20, 30 minutes before I went on, but I tried to get in touch with him, and he was down for the count. Down for the count. Yeah, me and Tim, Brad. That's what I thought. By the way, everybody, B. Sovine is my neighbor. Lives right next door. Neighbor. I guess it could be checked from that. Yes, it could. Yes, it could. Finnish friend of mine. Oh, Finland. Is that a song? I don't think that's a song for real. Oh, hey, thanks. I just noticed the likes jumped up to more match number of people watching, so that's very cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's get to a little noise. Okay. Need a volume come up a little bit on this. There we go. Good. Press the red button 3 times to get the proper slide. Like that. Oh, Sophia, this thing is called a Korg. Can you read that? There, the lighting is better there. That's what it's called. Yeah, Mark Mothersbaugh gave me this. Yeah. Okay, now, there was that kind of noise. Now, let me hit you to this thing. This is a circuit bent device. This is something that was given to me by some Canadian Devo fans years ago, probably 10 years ago, something like that. And what's this? Let me remember doing a cover of a Smart Patrol Music Jam with that as the synth. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Stylophone are really fun to mess with. I bet you they are. Okay, now check this out. This is a baby room monitor that was mutated into a noisemaker. So this was given to us by some street punks, Devo fans in Canada. They brought everybody in Devo one and me one, and here's what it does. Yeah, I love playing with that thing. My cats are actually Meowser's not phased. She's over there still sleeping on the chair. Yeah, mutated for sure, right? That sounded great, right? I love that kind of stuff. Um, you guys, anybody have any circuit bent stuff? Stuff by our friend Corey. Uh, Corey it does circuit bent stuff all the time, and he made all this stuff for Mark, and Mark used some of it on the Something for Everybody album, and he also used it on tour a lot when Boogie Boy would go out on stage with these instruments. It was always Corey Busboom's. His last name is Busboom. Corey's circuit bent stuff. I never got a Corey circuit bent item, but I did get this one from the kids in Canada, which I'm very grateful for. I love it. Nothing that's current circuit bent. Yeah, there was a time in the 2000s, early 2000s, where a lot of people were doing that. I don't know if a lot of people still do it. But, they are brilliant. They go to thrift stores and buy these toys that may half work or not work at all or work totally, and then take them apart and make them do things that they were never designed to do, which is great. I enjoy that. I made a Krusty the Clown that plugs into an amp. Oh, wow. Circuit bent a toy bear once. Oh, died. Oh, boy. Yeah, I've got a few things laying around, electronic toys that sometimes I'll get them to resell them, but then I'll figure out they don't work right. But I always put those kind of things aside in case I ever meet a circuit bender in my local area that I could give the stuff to, so he could bent it up a little bit. But I don't know any people that do that close by me. So I have this pretty cool toy synth called a Melody Maker that I got at a thrift store. Oh, but finicky. See, if the touchpad is finicky, that could just mean that you could work that finicky into making some finicky sounding sounds. There has to be something to be said for finicky sounds. Um, Speak and Spell is a good one. I love the sound of the Speak and Spell, the voice, the robot voice of that. I love that sound. Um, yeah, yeah, Mayo, I got you trying to find stuff. Can't find stuff that speaks to you yet. That happens in a lot of areas of my life. I'm trying to find this thing, but nothing speaks to me. I don't know how the people circuit bent that stuff, Joanne. They're just brilliant with electronics, which I am not. So I don't know how they do it. They're smarter than I am. Mm. Um, how's everybody's pets doing? If you have pets, everybody good with hanging out with the pets all the time? I know I am. I am so grateful that my kids, Miss Meowser and Miss Cricket, are here with me all the time. I don't know what I would do if they weren't here. I'd have nobody to talk to. Oh, you did mod your ukulele? That's cool. See, I would never be able to do something like that. Phantomas. Oh, yeah, I've heard of them. People have recommended them to me before. Phantomas. I can't remember if I've ever had any interaction with them as far as seeing them in concert or hearing their stuff. I can't remember, but I know that I've heard their name. Cats are happy that we're spending so much time at home. I know, right? They're like, how did I fall into this beautiful thing? Yeah, my cats are pretty spoiled right now. They know they can get lap time from me just about any time of the day. I mean, it's pretty much like usual because I'm here most of the time anyway. But now it's like I'm not going out at all, so they're really able to get food from me whenever they want. And Cricket likes to drink out of the sink in the bathroom, and so she's always telling me to go into there and turn the tap on for her. And what always happens is I go turn it on for her, and it takes her forever to drink the water. So I go to try to do something else for a minute, and then I forget the water's running, and the water runs for like 2 hours, and that's how I go broke. Because Cricket needs to drink that water. All right, Bootsy. Hey, Bootsy, what's up? Yeah, that's cool, John. Thanks for hipping me to that greeting from your pet. I keep doing this because my hands, from washing them so much these days, I keep putting lotion on them so they don't crack and fall apart. So I'm just trying to work the lotion in a little bit. I need to clean my hedgehog and lizard's cage tonight. I'm imagining you saying it in that voice. Okay. I need to clean my hedgehog and lizard cage tonight. Well, I need to clean my hedgehog and lizard cage tonight. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. Circuit mods. You take a wire and touch the solder points. So here he comes with some science. God, Jeb, let's circuit bend some stuff. Man, I wish I had somebody here who, in captivity with me that could teach me how to circuit bend stuff because I have a few electronics around here that would be fun to mess with. You know that very popular Chewbacca mask that everybody was wearing in viral videos, or some lady wore in it? The Chewbacca mask that talks in Chewbacca voice, or lets you talk in Chewbacca's voice. Anyway, I found one of those at the thrift store recently, but of course it doesn't work. But I know that if I could get in there and somebody, brain algebra whizzy could get in there and do their magic with that thing, I know it would make some cool sounds. Unrelated, but in the manual to my Residence Keyflakes DVD, your name is there. Oh, Sophia, I became acquainted with the Residents when I worked at a software company called Alien Skin, and we made software special effects filters, and guys in the Residents were some of our software users, and one thing led to another. We ended up meeting them in San Francisco, and went to their house, and they were really cool. And then we started sending them software updates for free, and they did a lot of their graphics for some of their later albums with our filters, and so we got dropped in the thanks list here and there, which was really cool. Yeah, it was one of those rock and roll dreams come true moments when I'm sitting there in one of the residents' house, and we're looking through old slides and photos from their really, really early days when they were all just like long-haired, naked hippies and stuff. Oh my God, it was so cool, so cool. Yeah, so there's that, and things. What do you want to talk about? More music? You want to talk about more music? You want more noise? What do you want? I need some more water. Where is it? There it is. Mm-hmm. Happy Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. It's the Lord's Day. Here in Raleigh, North Carolina, it is the Lord's Day. It feels good with the lotion, though. Dry hands drive me crazy. Give me emotional support for devotional. Give you emotional support. Give me emotional support. Jiminy crickets. What have I been working on for months and months and months? We're keeping a positive attitude, though. I want to know something about Mark Mothersbaugh, something we might not know. Oh, you want me to just tell you something? Let me think. I'll think about that. I will think about that, John Lazaro. I will think about that. Okay, here's something interesting. Maybe it's not interesting. Maybe it is. Okay, so I was in the band Silica Gel, right? And I always play the music for a lot of my live streams. It's some industrial noise stuff, and it came out originally in 1993. And when the record first came out, we had shirts printed with graphics from the record, really large print graphics on the shirt. And there was this kind of weird tie-dye job. It wasn't really tie-dye. It was like we took these basically red shirts. Were they red? Oh, we took black T-shirts and put the plain black T-shirts in a tub with a bunch of bleach and red. Well, first we bleached them, but just spotty. Like, so it was just spotty kind of, it was a black shirt with spotty red and rust colored spots all over it. So then we took those shirts and we dyed them red. So we took the black shirts, bleached them in parts, dyed them red, and then printed these graphics on them. So they were pretty cool looking shirts. And I gave Mark one back then. And when we were on tour in 2010 or somewhere around there, when we were doing a lot of those tours for Something for Everybody, there was one time when Mark Mothersbaugh decided to ride on the crew bus, the crew tour bus, from one show to the other and sleep in one of the bunks, which I don't think I'll ever do again. But anyway, when he showed up, ready to go to bed, he had that silica gel shirt on. And I was like, what? You still have that? That's like 20 years old. He was like, I wear it to bed every night. It's his like favorite, most comfortable shirt. So that's kind of a funny thing. There you go. Something about Mark Mothersbaugh you didn't know, hopefully. I guess unless you were sleeping with him every night, and then you would know what shirt he wore. So there we go. Your wish is my command. I told you something you don't know. I tell you something you don't know. Oh, let me ask you guys this. Hey, thanks for the likes. Thanks for the thumbs up, people. I appreciate it. I like when the thumbs up kind of matches the number of people that are watching. That's a good thing. I have to wait and see if I can get to USA for devotional. I can't buy flights now. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. Keep a positive attitude, my friend. Just keep a positive attitude. We'll make it through this somehow. Everything will be fine. Tell us something about Bob 1. Bob 1. This is the first thing I can think about. Bob 1 was the first person to introduce me to melon balls. Now, I'm not talking about anything about genitals. I'm talking about those green melon balls that are scooped out from melon. They're like little balls of melon, basically. You probably get them in more fancy grocery stores. But he started bringing them to rehearsal or backstage on tour or something, and I just fell in love with those things. So I always credit Bob 1 for introducing me to melon balls. There you go. Something about Bob 1 you didn't know. Bob 1 is the kind of like the health food guy backstage. He's always eating healthy things and drinking these mixtures of drinks that are really healthy, and he's the health guy. Melon balls. I love those melon balls. I've only had them from Bob 1. I've never been able to find them in any grocery stores I go to. They're so good, though. Oh, my God. Melon balls. Give me melon balls. Now I've got to find melon balls. Damn you, Bob 1. Melon balls. Hey, so let me see who's here. If you haven't said hello in the chat yet, please say hello to me. I would love to know who's here. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. You scoop your own. No, you don't scoop your own. You buy them already scooped. He bought them in this plastic, container. Pop it open, eat some balls, close it. Yeah, he's got a special stash of melon balls. A melon balls. This is what happens. This is what happens when my only social outlet is you guys. This is what happens. I come here and I run my mouth. Oh yeah, melon balls, melon balls. Hey, Darren. What's up? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. We're just here passing the time, talking about music. I'm answering questions, whatever you want to do. I just had to get some time away from work that I was working on today. I did yard work, I did a lot of eBay work, I did some website updates, trying to mess around with fixing my broke internet that keeps flaking out. So I wanted to get away from all that and just come on YouTube and do a little live stream and talk to people to break it up a little bit. I realized I hadn't done a stream in about a week, so it was about time for me to jump back on. Jerry, you want to know something about Jerry you don't know? Well, some of you might know this, but a lot of you probably don't. Jerry has a brick oven, a pizza oven in his backyard, like a really nice, brick oven where you slide the pizza away in there and it cooks it to perfection. And so one day, during one of these tours we were doing over the last 10 years, we were in LA for a couple of days for rehearsals and whatnot. And I said, Jerry, is there any way that while I'm in town, we can cook a pizza in that oven? I think it may have been around my birthday or something. There was some excuse I had for asking Jerry to do this for me. I was like, look, Jerry, it's my birthday, or, can we make a pizza in your oven. He said, sure, yeah, come on over. So I went over there, and you guys know Jerry. You know what Jerry looks like in street clothes. He never is dressed in t-shirts or sweatshirts or anything. He's always got a suit on. So here he is in his backyard in a completely vintage blue suit, top and bottom, uh, just a spiffy ass blue suit, and he's shoving this pizza in the oven. He's got soot and stuff all over his arms of the suit. He doesn't care. He is cooking that pizza with his blue suit on, and it was beautiful. And that pizza was amazing, and I loved it. Thank you, Jerry, for the pizza. Thank you, Bob One, for the melon balls. Christy, hey, what's up, Christy GS? What's happening? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just shooting the crap here. I'll always appreciate Jerry's dedication to his fashion sense. Yeah, I know, Sophia. You are the same. You're the same about your fashion sense, for sure. Let's all go to Jerry's for pizza. Yeah, I don't know. I was lucky you did it for me that one time. It was great. It was great. What else we got? Hey, thanks everybody again for keeping those likes, those little thumbs up going up. That's great. Thank you very much. It helps somehow in the magic world of YouTube. I'm not sure how, but it certainly does. Okay, so let me ask you guys this. Some of you probably watch the other stuff I post, other videos, the record videos, the various collection videos, the autograph videos, magazine live streams, whatever. Okay, so of the last maybe 5 or 10 videos I've put up, what's been your favorite stuff to see? I'm just curious what people have liked lately. Bob 2 Grill Master, Jerry Pizza Master. I know Joanna runs in the family. Those people know their food. And their father, Bob and Jerry's father, really was a great bowler. He taught me the secret to bowling that I never knew. And now I'm a better bowler because of it. There's that one interview from '81 where Jerry's at a restaurant with a gal. Jerry, yeah, the rest drink motor oil. And Jerry's always been into the finest food, that's for sure. I have to find that interview. Yeah, I love their interviews. If I had my way, I would make a Devo box set, a vinyl box set of all their best interviews. I've loved Devo interviews ever since I was a kid, and I would record them off the radio or the TV when I heard them and listen to them over and over again. I've been addicted to Devo interviews. If there's ever a radio show on vinyl or CD that I don't have that has a Devo interview on it, I've got to track it down and get it. I'm so into those things. There was a CD that I would give out to people a lot on tour. I would always burn a copy of it, 1 or 2 copies of it, and bring it on tour with me. But it was basically the 2 Devo Jim Ladd interviews. Interview, INNER view, one word. That was the name of Jim Ladd's brand of interviews. He did 2 interviews with Devo, and then there were some other random Devo interviews that I crammed on this CD. And I remember giving one to Henry Rollins, and it was back in the probably, I'm guessing late '90s, early 2000s, somewhere around there. But I gave it to him, and I was like, "Look, I know you're a Devo fan. These are Devo interviews that have been important to me since I was a teenager. I've listened to them over and over again, and I know you're going to dig it." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, thanks." So I hope Henry listened to those because they're fantastic. Oh, you like the cemetery stuff? Yeah, well, that's the cemetery is just the reason I did that is because I've walked through that cemetery ever since I've lived in this neighborhood for 20-something years, and I just walk through there a lot, and I just happened to be walking through that day. I found out later that there's some other YouTubers that do cemetery thing, like it's a thing, like there's whole channels based on cemetery tours or something. But I just do it because it's right next to my house, and I love walking through there. Does Mark's Penguin video count? Yes, that counts. The Devo stuff is the most popular stuff for the most part on my channel. That gets the most views, obviously. But top 10 most valuable records is really cool. Okay, yeah, I'll do more of those. I have more, quote, valuable records based on Discogs, PopPsych, eBay that I'll be pulling out every now and then. I'll show you maybe 10 of them at a time. I thought it was fun too. It got me to get into my record value. But my new friend on YouTube, the Vinyl Guru, Christina, she kind of inspired me to do this top 10 thing. So yeah, it worked fine. It was great. Hardcore tour footage was awesome. Yeah, did you see the hardcore tour promos that Boogie Boy did? Those are pretty cool. I think there's four of them. Uh, the interviews on cassette somewhere. Yeah, Pootsie, what's up? First time I've seen you in here. Hello, hello, Pootsie. Um, there's interview files on my computer. I haven't gotten around to listening to them. Oh, they're so good. Sophia, they're so good. Now the CDR I have of the interviews has all the music basically cut out. So when Devo's not talking, the recording cuts out and it just goes to the next talking bit. Um, in a perfect world, I would reissue those Jim Ladd interview discs exactly like they are with the full music, all the commercials. I wish we could do that. Oh, it'd be such a great 2-record set. It would blow people's minds. But I don't know if Jim Ladd would ever be down with that, or, you know, all the copyright shit we'd have to go through to clear all those songs. Oh man, it'd be a real pain. Yeah, a guy that travels cemeteries, Joanne says. Yeah, there's people that do that, which I guess is cool, but that's not why I did it on my YouTube channel. I just happened to be walking through that. Hey, Sterling. What's happening, Sterling Ryder? Sterling's an old friend of mine from high school, junior high school. Top 10 most valuable bootlegs. Well, it's funny because it's hard to really track what bootlegs are worth. And Discogs doesn't give you the value of bootlegs anymore. So I'd have to speculate a little more on those, but I can do that. I have some really good bootleg albums. And I loved that era, Sterling, when records were made, bootleg records were made, and there was just a piece of paper on the front of the cover, and, you know, they just had this look to them back then, which was really cool. I wish I would have bought more of them back then. Back then, a record for 15, 20 bucks was fairly expensive, which is what I remember paying for those back then, maybe 20 at the most, but now those things go for more. My headstone will have Devo concerts here nightly. Ha! I did see a headstone. Is this where you're getting this reference? Because I saw a headstone in the graveyard recently, and I think I shot a picture of it. It had a little a statue of little crickets or something, or little stones, or something that said rock concerts here nightly, or something like that. I guess the person that was there was a big rock concert. Oh, okay, so John, you're referring to the video. Okay, I knew that came from somewhere. Well, cool. Thanks for your feedback on the past videos I've done. I will do some more top vinyl valuable things. Eventually, I'll start getting into my Devo stuff and figuring out what the most valuable stuff there is, but that might be a little more tricky because I don't have all that stuff in Discogs. That stuff is basically all just listed on my Devo Obsesso page. So I would have to do some research there. It wouldn't be as easy as just going to my Discogs page and looking at them. I mean, I could probably guess which ones would be the most valuable, but you know, another time, another day for that. Let's see here. Sterling, let me ask you what your most valuable bootleg is, whether it be monetarily valuable or just valuable to you for whatever reason. Your bootleg album vinyl, you know, those ones that came out back in the day. Top 10 vinyl. Oh, Darren, it's just vinyl. The vinyls is, don't say that. That's bad. That's people get really tweaked about, you know, using that word vinyls. I don't know. It's vinyl. Vinyl is plural of vinyl. Vinyl. So yeah, top 10 vinyl of different genres would be cool. Man, I don't know if I have enough different genres. I mean, I think if I did a top 10 most valuable video, like the first one I did, the genres would be all over the place. There was Oingo Boingo and Dio and, you know, AC, and it was all over the place as far as genres of music. Yeah, Darren. Yeah, don't say vinyls. I do miss shopping at thrift stores, man. I would get my music fix on there so hard. And I loved finding cool stuff for thrift store prices. It's just the best feeling as a record shopper. Still drooling for the soundboard recording of New Year's Eve 1979. One day when it's out, make sure to blast it. Well, there's a few recordings from back then that are cool and probably worthy of release, but again, it's a pain in the butt to sometimes clear rights for that stuff. We kind of just slipped under the wire with the 2012 Live in Seattle 1981 record we put out. Warner Brothers could probably have said something about that because it was recorded while Devo was under contract with Warner Brothers, but they let us slide on that one. But I don't think, certainly, they're not going to let us put out album after album after album of cool 70s, 80s live stuff. I just don't think it would happen. But maybe I could be wrong. Vinyleases. Y'all crazy, Joanne. Check the FB page from yesterday, probably Kiss Stoned in Paris. Oh yeah, I did see that. Now, you think it's more valuable monetarily just because it's signed, or is that one of the most rare Kiss bootlegs? I only have like two Kiss bootlegs on vinyl, and they're probably not all that hard to find. One is Simmons Meteor. It's got the photo of Gene on the cover, getting ready to blow the fire. And then the other one is the Wicked Lester sessions with Peter Criss's drum kit on the cover. I never really found a whole bunch of Kiss bootlegs. Sophia, what you crying about? Why is Sophia crying? Why are you crying, Sophia? What's going on there? You got a little crying dude there in your message, in your post. Oh, monetarily not sure. Okay, I just saw that, Sterling. So it's the most valuable to you because I guess it's there's an emotional attachment to that. Getting all those signatures must have taken a while. I would assume. I want more rare Devo stuff to get released. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but it's just the live stuff that was recorded under contract with Warner Brothers back in those days. Supposedly, there's some ownership questions there. So there's not a whole lot left in the archives to release, to tell you the truth. But I guess there's always something. It's going to probably be a little harder to get things like that done. Records being pressed, I'm assuming it's going to be a little backed up for a while. So we were really lucky to get under the wire with the devotional 7-inch for the first time ticket buyers. Because with pressing plant, right as the pandemic was kind of getting nuts, and they did it quick fast for us to get it done in time. And so who knows what would have happened if we waited a week or two before we sent it. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. I think the covers are also nearly completed, so that's good news. Mutato Raid. Sophia, that'd be so funny if you went in there with your black turtleneck and you held up Mutato with a spud gun and said, give me all your rare Devo recordings because I'm going to release them on my own label, Sophia's Devo label. What would that be called? What would you call your own label, Sophia, if you had your own record label? Yeah, get the potato guns out. Mutato Raid. Joanne just called somebody emo. Oh yeah, because of the cry face. I see. You know what I hate is Screamo, too. Oh, God. Screamo is the worst. You guys know what that is? Oh, I thought emo was bad enough, but I hated Screamo. Don't like it. Clean your spud gun. Yeah, sorry for not having music playing in the background right now. I've just been listening to music all day, kind of grading things for eBay, so I didn't want to hear any music. No music for me right now. Me and my friend Ian, I'm going to try to get us to compose some new background music for these streams. Silica gel style, I guess, because that's what we know. But we might just do some pretty lengthy, hour long or whatever, just spur of the moment music for this kind of stuff so that I don't have to deal with copyright strikes. But hey, thanks for everybody showing up. I'm glad we have over a dozen people in here right now and just chilling and talking amongst each other. All right, let me ask you this, peoples. Another music-related question. What is, speaking of these things back here in the closet, what is the last band tour shirt or shirt that you bought at a concert? What's the last t-shirt you bought at a band concert? I'll try to think of mine. Shirt that I bought at a band concert. Mine was, see if I could find it. Mine was a band called the Line Cutters. They opened for Black Flag. They're on a great label called Slope Records, who also put out a Dickie single last year. But the Line Cutters are young. It's a young punk band from out west somewhere. I can't remember exactly where they're from, but they're great. That's the last one I bought. Play SpongeBob production music. See, I don't know nothing about SpongeBob. I don't know TV or movies. I'm pretty dumb. I know he's a cartoon. I don't know what his music is. Priest. You bought a Judas Priest shirt, John Lazaro? Did you see them recently and buy a tour shirt? I would have to get a shirt at that show for sure. I still have my old Judas Priest tour shirt from the Defenders of the Faith tour, which I probably should sell, but I can't because it's so close to me. Courtney Barnett. I don't know who that is, Darren, but I assume it's like kind of a newer pop star. I don't know who that is. Desert Days hoodie. Oh, cool, Christy. Blondie Phasmbas. What? Who? What is that, Pootsie? What does that mean? I don't know what that is. What? Oh, okay. Sophie, I was just trying to read that band name. I have no idea who that is. But yeah, okay, that makes sense. It was Courtney Barnett's opener. Cure shirt. Wow. How long ago was that, Kaya? Ismo Alenko t-shirt at the concert. I took film pics of them, and the next concert I was invited backstage. That's cool. Oh, that's good. Isn't that what nice when bands treat you like that? They realize that you're doing them a slight favor even, and they just hook you up. I love it. October 2019. Wow, that was really recent. Holy Moses. Yeah, I've never seen The Cure. I kind of want to see them, but whenever they play, it just seems I can't be at the same place at the right time. Australian indie rocker. Okay, right. I've never heard of her. I do like me some Australian music, though. My favorite Australian band of all time is got to be Severed Heads. Severed Heads. Love them. It was a Pilmer moment for you. Yeah, we've had a lot of those moments, and that's what I live for, those moments. Those moments are golden. Gold. Gold. Mm-hmm. The water is done. I'm going to hit a cat. So everybody, I like these questions. I like asking you guys questions, Hey, thanks for the thumbs up somebody just gave me. Appreciate it. More questions. Music questions. All right. Not everybody's going to be able to answer this, but for those of you who can, and I'd be surprised if more than two of you could. I'd be surprised if one of you could, actually. What is the last music you listened to on cassette? Cassette tape. All right. Anybody? Can anybody answer that? Honestly. The last music you listened to on cassette. How about, while you're thinking about that, we play some music. Come on, dude. All right. Cassette. Monty Python soundtrack. Really? On cassette? The Meaning of Life on cassette? You listen to that? That's great. There's some good songs on that. Mayo, probably my stepdad's Weird Al Due to Be Stupid cassette. Oh, cool, cool. Oh no, it's Devo. It was my last cassette listen not too long ago. Oh, cool. I love listening to stuff on cassette as long as the cassette player is working okay, and of course the cassette's not falling apart. It sounds great. It's like a great, warm sound is how everybody describes it. But it's a great warm sound. Car stereo. Yeah, I wish I still had a cassette player in my car. Monty Python is great. Young MC, really? That's great. Man, I haven't heard of Young MC in a while. The last rap cassette I listened to was probably LL Cool J, the first record, the first album. Probably the last rap. The only cassettes I say were Freedom of Choice and Two Live Crew. That's a great mashup there. I never liked the Two Live Crew much. I respect their place in offensive music history, but I never really liked their style of rap very much. Although I am really big into some rap bands. I mean, there's bands that I'm really Public Enemy, LL Cool J, Run DMC, Beastie Boys, Big Daddy Kane, Schoolie D, uh, King T, Audio 2. I mean, it just goes on and on. I love rap music. Love it. Hip hop, rap, all those things. Love them. Okay, so everybody, I need your ideas on what we talk about next. I'm going to give you some time to think about it. And while you're thinking about it, we'll do this. Okay, I'm giving you some time to think about it. Let's see what you had to say. Ready? Uh, Last thing on cassette was Jade Imagine, Basic Love, another Australian indie band. Oh, okay. Only cassettes I see. Okay, aren't cassettes making a bit of a comeback? I saw new indie releases. Well, cassettes have been making a comeback for, I guess, a few years at least. Um, I mean, I think Blondie released their latest album on cassette a few years ago now. Gosh, how long ago was that record? 2 or 3 years ago? The one with the bee on the cover. They made a limited edition cassette of that, which I didn't get. Punk bands and local bands have been putting stuff on cassette for years now. I want to say 10 years. So cassettes have, pretty much been around for a few years. It's not like right now they're making a huge comeback, I don't think. I mean, cassette store day has been around for a while. Yeah, Pollinator cassette. Yeah, I think I remember there was a cassette, a very limited cassette. I believe so. Yeah, I know. I wish I would have gotten it at the time, but I didn't. I didn't. Sipping on Jack Daniels, man. John Lazaro, living large. I'm not drinking anything tonight. I'm drinking water because I have to get up early and get some more stuff done tomorrow. But I do have half a bottle of wine I've got to drink at some point, which I will during this pandemic lockdown. I will be drinking some wine at some point. All right, so what else? Oh, I thought you guys were going to tell me what to talk about next. I guess we did talk about cassettes for a minute. What else do you want to talk about? What's your star sign? I am a Sagittarius. Now, let me ask you about star signs. Though. This is something I've always wondered since I was a kid. Now, if you are born on a certain date, then that means that's your star sign. But what if you're born premature? Do you go by what you were kind of supposed to be, but because of some medical abnormality or something, you were born premature? I think I was supposed to be a what's right after Sagittarius? Is it the Oh man, the one that happens right after Sagittarius. Maybe it starts with a C. Damn. Can't remember. But anyway, I think I was born a Sagittarius, but if I was born when I was supposed to be born, I would have been the next sign over. I don't know. Yeah, I know. A lot of us were premature. I wasn't done yet, which is why I only know five things. Scorpio. Scorpio is a great hip hop song. Or a great guy from the hip hop band. Guys that did. I'm trying to read the chat here. Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. Scorpio is one of those guys. Leo love pizza, watching Devo video. It sounds like a singles app. I'm a Cancer. Capricorn. That's the one after Sagittarius. So I think I was supposed to be a Capricorn, but because I was premature, I was a Sagittarius. I don't know. I used to get into that stuff a lot when I was a kid, reading about the signs. And my mom had a book about dreams. So, like, if you dreamt a certain thing, you'd look up in the dream book what it meant. And I think the dream book was based on some kind of astrological stuff. I'm a December baby, December 11th. Yep. December monster, as my mom would call me. Monster. That was my nickname when I was a kid. Because I was a monster. I was born premature. I was swallowing my tongue when I was a baby. I was having seizures a lot. You know, stuff that premature babies do. Hey, roll out, Mayo. Thank you. Save me a quesadilla and some melon balls, Mayo. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. May the rock and roll gods bless you, Mayo. Take care. Hey, James. Welcome back. We're talking about cassettes. We're talking about astrology. We're talking you know, music. We're talking noise. We're making noise. We're making noise with these things over here. Cardinal Sin, what's happening? Yeah, hey, welcome. Nice to see you here. We are just doing things like talking about music and making some noise. Come on, James, we're making noise right now. Thanks, Cardinal Sin. I'm glad you come to these things. You're much appreciated. What, 3 times the red button? You don't like it, Cardinal Sin? All right, Cardinal Sin has spoken. I don't want to tweak him out with noise if he's not into it. James's ears were happy. That's funny. So Cardinal Sin, let me ask you a couple of questions I was asking people earlier. Okay, so I asked people what was the last physical music thing they bought in a store, record or CD, or oh hey, thank you, Cardinal Sin. That was very sweet of you. May the rock and roll gods bless you, my friend. Thank you for those $2. That will go towards life. Thank you. It will not go towards buying music because I'm trying not to do that these days. Thank you very much. But yeah, so Cardinal Sin, let me know what the last piece of physical media you bought at a store was, record, tape, CD. First answer that, and then I'll give you the next questions I was asking people. See, that $2 will get me to stop the noise. Tell us something about Boogie Boy. Boogie Boy can be very violent, and he will hurt you. Don't think that Boogie Boy is a nice little baby, because he gets violent. I mean, I'm not even kidding about that. There was video proof of that, but there was also many times that there's no video proof and people are injured. First record I ever bought was Richard Hell and the Voyeurs. No, Cardinal Sin. Not the first record you bought. I'm talking about the most recent record you bought in a store, whether it be a CD, tape, or vinyl. The last thing you purchased in the store. Violent Boogie Boy watches you in your sleep. He doesn't have to watch you in your sleep because if he's in the room with you somewhere, there's a good chance he's going to be violent against you. So be careful. Yeah, Penguin Boogie Attack. You've seen that, Sophia. But there's sometimes when Boogie is just, he's backstage with crew and he just goes off. I mean, I've seen it happen. Oh, in a record store, probably Punk or Devo. Wow. Well, so it was a long time ago, Cardinalson? The last physical media I bought was the 5 CD pack of Fear. Oh, that's cool. I didn't get that pack of Fear stuff, but I do like Fear. Okay, so Cardinal Sin, the next question I asked people was, what was the last tour shirt or T-shirt you bought at a concert? Yeah, Cardinal Sin, I do too. You'll have to tell me your eBay page. My eBay page is Obsesso, Obsesso Collectibles. I think it might be all one word, Obsesso Collectibles. Tell us about Bob 2. Bob 2 was an amazing man. He was the whole reason, really, that I met the band like I did and became close with them. And he invited me into the circle initially, he and his wife, Lisa. That's what you can know about Bob 2. He changed my life. He and Lisa Casale changed my life in a huge way. Mark needs to make anger management music for Boogie. No, because that's part of Boogie Boy is the anger. I don't even know if it's anger. He just is violent. I don't even know if he's angry about anything. He's just violent. Yes, James, I sell on eBay. That's how I, right now, am making a lot of my income. You know, a lot of my income that I was going to get from designing tour shirts or record covers for bands, or you know, the Devo show, getting paid for that work, the Dickies tour, all this stuff that got canceled kind of took a lot of money away from me. So now I sell on eBay. For the last few years I've sold on eBay, but I sell on eBay now a little more. I'm really trying to get more stuff listed and inspire more sales, because right now people are buying a lot online and they're buying a lot of music. A lot of people are being trapped. They're buying music. So yeah, I sell on eBay quite often, and I every day work on eBay stuff for sure. Tell us about Alan, Sophia. I only met Alan once, so I don't know a whole lot about Alan. I know he was an excellent drummer. He was a nice guy. We got along great, and I'm really glad I got to meet him. Thanks to Vahe, my friend Vahe, for introducing me to him. So James, I sell on eBay, and my eBay store name is Obsesso Collectibles. I believe that's one word. What if Boogie takes it out on the audience? Oh, he does. Did you ever see him throw those balls at the audience? He's not throwing them to, he's throwing them to hurt people. That's the only weapon we'll let him have on stage is the balls. If he had a rake or a machete, it would be a lot different show. What's up, Cardinal Sin? All right, I really need to finish editing the Devo riots and send it to you, but if I just send Splatterpunk Devo, what is that? Splatterpunk Devo. You can hijack my live stream anytime, Cardinal Sin. It's all for the hijacking. Hijacking, you know what I mean? I really want to see, that Devo riots. I always forget that you tell me you're going to send me that. I'm dying to hear that stuff. You have a boogie ball? Oh yeah, the boogie rubber balls. Yeah, I have a few of those rolling around here. There's some of Cricket's favorite toys. My cat Cricket loves those little rubber balls. Oh God, he threw shit at the audience in Sundance. Oh yeah, I was there for that. I was there for that, and Mark had this idea to put chocolate and mashed potatoes in his diaper and throw it at the audience, which he did. But the person who mixed up the mashed potatoes and chocolate, kind of as a joke, put some garlic in there. Well, a lot of garlic in there. So it kind of had some effects on Mark's region down there. The garlic did, which he didn't really understand was happening until he was on stage. So there's a whole story about that. Thunder Geek Joe from Texas. Hey, what's up, Joe? I'm the dude who did the Thor paper. Oh, cool. Are you a David Lee Roth? I am David Lee Roth all the way. Now, there's a couple of Sammy Hagar songs I like. I like the song he did for the heavy metal movie. There's like a couple. I like the song that Sammy Hagar wrote for Rick Springfield. Um, I've done everything for you. You've done nothing for me. I think that's a Sammy Hagar tune. But I'm David Lee Roth all the way. I love David Lee Roth. I know he's a weirdo, but I love David Lee Roth. Thank you, John, for stopping by. I love that you're here and that you are a Thunder Geek. You're knowledgeable about the Thunder Geek thing. That's funny. Um, oh, he did? Boogie threw poop at the 1982 show? I had no idea. I'm going to have to ask Mark about that sometime. Cardinal Sim, but thank you again for your kind donations. You're really a sweet person, and I appreciate that. So yeah, if you guys, man, I wish I could. Hold on a second. I'm gonna grab some water. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got some water now. You can't stop me now. I got water. Man, that's crazy, James. I didn't know that. All right, let me ask you guys this, off the music topic, just for a second. In just a few words or less, what is your favorite part? What is your favorite thing about being kind of locked down in your house or wherever you are? What's your favorite thing? What's one positive thing you could take from this experience at this point? Mine is that it's really not being able to go out at all, not even to thrift stores or whatever. It really makes me get a lot of stuff done around here that I've been meaning to do for a while. Rearrange my closet, clean out my bathroom drawers and medicine cabinets and stuff like that. I'm really doing a lot of that stuff. So, isolation. Best part of lockdown is having so much free time. Well, free time, yeah. Depending on what you consider free time. I mean, my time is always free, I guess. I mean, I work and I do things, but my free time now is more spent on being as productive as I can be at all times, because I feel like if I'm going to be locked down against my will, basically, I need to do stuff that makes a difference in my life somehow, right? You know, makes me move forward as far as getting the house clean, as far as doing little fix-it things around the house, doing yard work, whatever it is. I've got to stay on that path, because if I get into the point where I'm just staring at a screen because I'm bored, or if I start watching movies for hours on end just because I have nothing else to do, that bothers me for some reason. So I got to stay productive, especially since, you know, income is like a little challenging right now. So I've got to keep on that mode of digging through all my stuff to find stuff to sell. Oh, by the way, speaking of stuff to sell, I'm going to be doing later this month, I'm going to be doing a special live stream regarding the 1981 Live in Seattle record that we put out in April of 2012 for Record Store Day. So I'm going to go get a couple, maybe 2 or 3 of those out of storage, and during that live stream, I'll put those up for sale to whoever wants them. And but it's a great record. I had a great time working on it, and I'll maybe be telling some stories from working on that record, or I don't know what I'll do, but I'm going to plan that for later this month. I think it's around the 20-something of the month. I'll do that. It's on whatever day, Record Store Day 2012 was on. Is you Sherlika? No, I'm not on drugs. No, I'm just drinking water. I had a Reese's peanut butter cup, half of a Reese's peanut butter cup earlier today. That might count as drugs. Charlika, are you on drugs? Nothing wrong with drugs. Don't get me wrong. You could be on drugs. I don't care. Cardinal Sin, what are you doing? You used to manage a used record store? What? 3 times? You got to tell me some stories, Cardinal Sin. I don't know if are you able to live stream on your channel? You should tell some of these stories. I'm trying to learn how to. Oh, John, I'm going to read your comment in a second. I'm trying to learn how to have multiple people on my screen. What do you call them? Panels. So that I could have people like you, Cardinal Sin, come in and tell stories about music related stuff, working in a record store. I know you've got some great stories. But thank you again for the donation. May the rock and roll gods bless you. Now, John, let me get to this comment of yours. My favorite part is the heightened appreciation for those people who help us a little ways, the waitresses and service people. Yeah, that's a good thing. But of course, a lot of those people have lost their jobs, which is a total bummer. That would be so cool. I know it would be what the panel thing, having people on. I know. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I'm trying to reach out to some people who I've seen do it to help me, maybe give me a little walkthrough on how to do that. So do you ever see that silk screen that Mark, oh yeah, I've got one of those silk screens that Mark did for the residents. Yep. I don't know if they were all glow in the dark, but the one I have is. It's in a folder somewhere in the office over there, in a big, big size folder. Yeah, I got that. I think I got that from Mark Mothersbaugh back when I first met him. I think that's where I got that. Yeah, that residence catalog came with the screen print. I remember. So, Cardinal Sin, I've got to hear your record store. Do you still have a lot of the stuff, like promo stuff or things you got from working at the record store? I would assume you would have a collection of amazing artifacts from managing 3 record stores, or managing record stores 3 times in your life, whatever. That sounds incredible. I've worked at a lot of record stores in my day. One of the first jobs I ever had was working in a record store. It was a rap record store in Charlotte, North Carolina. I remember walking into the store kind of desperate for a job when I was 16 or something, and just walked into this rap store and I was like, hey, I like rap music and I know a lot about music. Can you give me a job? And they looked at me like, what the hell is this white boy in there trying to get a damn job? Yeah, you can have a job. So I worked there for, I don't know, 6 months, a year, or whatever. It was great. And then I worked at 2 more record stores in Charlotte. Then I moved to Raleigh for college and worked at a couple of record stores up here. And I love working at record stores. I've got a turntable and vinyl, but not like the one I sold. Creative Rare stuff, cool. Hey, Word NA, do you ever see it? Word, I wanted to ask you how you found out about this channel. Do I know you in real life? I don't remember your username there, but thanks for coming in. Had a really good record collection, sold it to court a girl. Why would you have to sell a record collection to court a girl? That's horrible. Actually, it turns out I was wrong, but it was some show Boogie threw it besides the recent. Well, recent is not, I don't know if in the 90s is recent, but that was the only show that I heard about him throwing poop. I mean, he's thrown a lot of things. Mark and Boogie have thrown a lot of things off stage, out of their pants. But the only poop thing I know is the Sundance show. Let's see. Oh, you made a profit on every one of them. I bet you made a profit on every one of them. There's probably some excellent records in there. That's great. I want to hear more stories from your record owning or record managing days, record store managing days. Joanne, it is kind of like putting money in a stripper's bikini, except I guess you have a wider spectrum of what you get for it in a super chat. Like, it's not only about me dancing in front of you and letting you put $1 in my bikini. You could, it's all over the place. You could be tipping me because you like what I'm talking about, or because I answered a specific question, or because you think I'm pitiful and need money. I don't know, but there's a whole bunch of different reasons why you super chat somebody, and there's only really one reason why you're putting $1 in somebody's bikini. And I've never been into that kind of tipping. I've never been into those stripper clubs. I don't get that. I don't understand. I just don't understand the appeal. Posters, Mike. I need posters. What do you need? I got posters. I got lots of crazy vintage posters I'm trying to sell. But here's the thing about posters. It's a pain in the butt to ship posters. I mean, the tubes are expensive, and I don't know. There's always a risk that those things are going to get damaged unless you have a really super strong atomic tube. We pay for the pleasure of your company. Oh, that's so sweet. May the rock gods bless you, Cardinal Sin. That's very nice of you. Well, yeah, I guess some people would argue that my company is not worth paying for. I can't find subway posters anymore anywhere. Oh, I remember those subway posters, and I have a few of them. If it was easy for me to take this camera off and take it downstairs, I would. But one day I'll show you. I have three subway size posters downstairs displayed, and a ton of them in storage. I've got Beastie Boys in storage. I used to have a really big Susie and the Banshees subway poster, and those started coming out in the mid 80s, the early 90s. There was a bunch of subway size posters in stores. Yeah, the big Smiths one, I remember seeing that one. Like I said, I had the Susie and the Banshees one. It was mostly yellow and purple, I remember. Yeah, I love that stuff. John Lazaro, figure out a way to email me. My email is on my About page, on my YouTube channel, on the About page. Or you can go to one of my sites, iThrup.com, divaobsesso.com, thorcentral.net. You can contact me there. But contact me. Let me know what kind of posters you're looking for, and I'll search through this pretty big selection of stuff that I've had around for years. There's some Devo, there's other stuff, pop culture from the 70s, 80s. There's other bands. There's screen printed rock posters. I got a lot of stuff. So yeah, please contact me and I'll let you know what I have, because I do want to get rid of some posters, because as you can see, I don't have much wall space left, if any. So I have no use for a bunch of posters. I'd rather them go to somebody who is going to put them up and display them and love them. Let me catch up on the chat here. Oh yeah, all good. You got a Something for Everybody poster. That's cool, Sophia. Mabuhay Devo poster. I do. Well, which one? I think there was a couple, wasn't there? I don't remember which. I don't know what Mabuhay poster you're talking about there. Darren, Pim, we printed this year's official Record Store Day posters where I work. Probably a collector's item. Oh yeah. Oh cool. Yeah, that's cool because it got. That's a pandemic collectible. It also is going to become a pandemic collectible, I think, are these bands that have had to cancel their tours, but they already had the tour merch printed. So what they've been doing, and I noticed Carcass did this and a couple others that I saw, but the band Carcass had all their tour shirts already printed. So they just printed a big red canceled on the back of all the tour dates, and they're still selling the shirts, which I'm kind of jealous. I kind of want a canceled Carcass tour dates shirt. I think that's a cool idea. So I think as the years go on, people are going to have these pandemic era collectibles, I'm sure. But that sounds cool. Thanks for that, Darren. I would appreciate that. And even though I don't have any room for posters on my wall, I will still keep that as a cool collectible. I've got a lot of stuff from Record Store Day. I don't go to every one of them, but I've got some of the bags that they make, the tote bags and stickers and buttons. And, every time I get some of that stuff, I always keep it because I feel the need to keep it for some reason. Let's see. Susie is great. Yeah, Susie, 1940s Olympic mascot. That didn't happen. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that, Cardinal Sin. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see. Sudden anxiety over that. Oh wait, let me see. Oh, did you lose your 2019 wristband? I don't know if I have any extra of those. I'll have to look, but let me know if you need one. Cardinal Sin. I geek out over that shit. I understand geeking out, but believe me, I've been geeking out for a while on all kinds of stuff. And the reason that devotional fan conventions were actually set up in the first place was because me and a handful of other Devo fans wanted somewhere to actually literally geek out about Devo, and just talk about Devo and discuss collectibles and what the lyrics mean and all that stuff. It was geeking out is a favorite pastime of mine that I've done a lot for a lot of different subjects, too. So yeah, I geek out. I can geek out on graffiti culture. I can geek out on pinbacks, collectibles like records, of course, T-shirts. I can geek out on certainly a handful of bands that I know a lot about. I like geeking out. My wristband broke. Yeah, I've had this devotional band since the day after devotional, or the day of devotional, probably. Day after, maybe? I don't know. But I've had that on ever since, and it hasn't come off yet. No, I can't live stream, but I could come on if you were running StreamYards. Okay, yeah, so I have StreamYards or Stream something. I have one of those things. I just got to figure out how to use it. Then I'll have you on. I also hope to have my friend, the Vinyl Guru, on to talk stuff. So that would be great. I just have to figure it out. So let me start reaching out to some people, and hopefully sometime during this whole lockdown period here, I can get that going. I haven't lost it. It's probably in the same place I have all my pens. Oh, cool. Okay, right. All right, well, just let me know if you can't find it. No, I shower with these on. Ever since I was in high school, junior high school, I've always had little plastic bands on my wrist, right? But, they break off every now and then I have to replace them. They get really hard and brittle because I take really hot showers and hot baths. So, yeah, I have to wash them because Cricket loves chewing on them. And so I wash the cat spit off of them every morning, every night. Yeah, we'll figure it out, Cardinal Sin. And certainly I want to hear some of your great stories on panel sometime. I will figure it out. I'm a little technically challenged on some of those things, but once I figure it out, I'll roll with it. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so guys, I've been doing this for about an hour and 40 minutes. I'm gonna go get back to work with eBay. I've got to make some stuff happen. The next couple of days, I've got to generate some sales. So let me get back to that before I get too tired and have to go to sleep. And thank you again, Cardinal Sin, for your support on this chat. I really appreciate it. You make me smile, and those little bits of your appreciation mean a lot to me. And thank you for even showing up. Thank you all for even showing up to this thing and talking with me and interacting with me. It gives me a little socialness in my life, if you know what I mean. Let me see here. What's going on here? Answer my Mark Total question. Oh, I'm sorry, Joanne. Can you say it again? This was fun. Thanks for the break from the mess. I'll email you the Devo riots. Okay, cool. Thank you, Cardinal. I appreciate that. I can't wait to hear it. Yeah, Joanne, repeat your question, please. I missed it. I missed it, Joanne. Come on, Joanne. Post it. Thanks, Word. Thanks, Word. Thanks again for showing up. Thanks, Sophia. I had fun. No, wait, don't go yet, Kaya. Let's answer this question for Joanne. Hold on. Everybody just hold on 1 second. Let me answer this question for Joanne. She just has to post it one more time. John, wait a second. John Triton. Wait, is that who I think it is? Who is that? I just figured out your name. Where did you get your name from, John? Where does that derive from? Okay, cool. Thanks, Kaya. I'm just trying to get this question answered for Joanne. I'm waiting for her to post it again. John Triton, your name makes me think of John Michael Thor of the Tritons, which was another name that he went under at some point in his career. Are you live streaming daily? No, Cardinal Sin. I can't do it daily because simply I can't think of something to talk about daily, and I think I would get boring daily. But I'm going to try to do it more often, especially during this time when we're kind of locked down. But I have to be inspired, or and I also have to shave. I don't want to shave every day, What? I know you answered a question, Joanne, but I didn't see it, so you guys say it again. Joanne gets pretty triggered pretty easily. It's pretty funny. I like Joanne's energy. Thanks for the stream. I woke up in the middle of the night and checked my phone to see you started streaming. Oh, cool. Hey, sleep well, Impaled Nazarene. What's it? I think you're showing us some merch that's available. Would be well attended and cool. Yeah, I know. The whole merch thing right now is at a standstill because of this, world freak out that's going on right now. So I gotta, wait to see what gets figured out with the Devo merch thing. So I'm not going to be showing any more of that right now because I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. So we're just staying cool on that. Joe in Texas, I stole the name from Rock and Roll Nightmare. Yeah, I knew it was a Thor reference. Just some of your personal stuff. Oh, some merch, like just personal collection stuff. Well, I could do that all day. Oh, that's right. I remember that your cult paper. Yeah, okay, I remember that, John Triton. Uh, oh, you mean stuff that I'm selling myself? Just merch that's available? I mean, I could do that, I guess, but the merch runs this gamut of all kinds of different stuff: Devo and Thor, and Dickies, and all kinds of stuff. So it would be all over the map. The Total Devo hoodie and shirt. Oh yeah, see, that's another thing that's kind of in the works that kind of is on pause right now because everybody is, nobody's manufacturing right now. It's just kind of a weird time. Okay, cool. All right, I got you, Cardinal Sin. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do like a stream where it's just based on me getting rid of some stuff from my archives or stuff that I dug out of storage to help pay some bills, basically. So, all right, Joanne. Look, I apologize, Joanne, for not answering your question. I will answer that at some point. Maybe I'll go through the chat after this is done and find the question. Sorry, I missed it. I'm not really good with keeping up with the chat. I think I did a pretty good job this time, right? All right, cool. So everybody, thank you so much. Before you go, if you could just hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet, that really helps. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. I will be doing some more stuff coming up soon. I'll be uploading some more videos. I will be doing another live stream hopefully in the next 2-3 days. I'm thinking. 666, my friend from Finland, Impaled Nazarene. And yeah, everybody have a good time. Keep your head up. Stay positive during this thing here. We're going to get through it, and not every event in the world is going to be canceled. Some of them will be rebooked. We're going to get through it, and we're going to remain positive. So let's hang out again, everybody. I appreciate you guys. If you have a channel on YouTube, throw some content up there and keep going with it. Let's do this, all right? May the rock and roll gods bless you all. I'll see you next time.